Hey there, Crystal Fry, your personal identity coach and transformational communication strategist, and a woman's best friend. I got stuck in a hamper. These are literally the words that my youngest son, said to me just a little while ago. I had told him to go take a shower, right? Take a shower, it's time for bed, all that kind of good stuff. And I'd gone to go do something else and then came back in and he was still sitting on the couch. And I was like, hey, dude, like, tell me that you are going to go take a shower. And he's like, Mom, I'm going, the shower's warming up. I got stuck in a hamper and Matthew had to help me out. That's my older son. I said, you what? I got stuck in a hamper. Child, how did you manage to get stuck in a hamper? What were you doing in the hamper in the first place? Well, first of all, let me level set here. It wasn't a hamper. It was a laundry basket. So it's a square laundry basket, right? And he had it and thought that it would be fun to sit in it while he watched TV, whatever, pick your battles, and couldn't get out. Couldn't get out of it. He said, I thought I could just sit down in it and then get back up and get out of it whenever I wanted. And I got stuck. And after I stopped laughing about that, right, it occurred to me as I was kind of thinking about that, because I looked at my husband, I was like, did you hear what the child just said? He got stuck in a hamper. And that started making me think a little bit, like, how many times have you been stuck? And I'm going to use the term hamper because that's what my child said. He quite literally said, Mom, I got stuck in a hamper. I couldn't get out. It was a laundry basket. Anyway, he couldn't get out of it. And I was like, how many times do we get stuck and need someone to help us out of something? How many times do we get stuck in a mindset or a pattern of behavior or maybe with your excuses, with your self-doubt, with your negative self-talk, with all of these things? How many are stuck believing that what is all that will be, right? That this is it and this is all it's going to be and it is what it is. How many times do you get stuck there and you need someone to help you get unstuck? You need someone to help you out. And then I started thinking about, what? I can think of a number of times that I've been stuck somewhere and needed someone to help. But then I started thinking about how many people pass you by that could have helped get you unstuck, but you were afraid to ask. Maybe you were afraid that they would laugh at you because you were stuck in a hamper, right? Whatever the situation is. I'm using the hamper because, like I said, I asked my son to go take a shower. I come back in. He hasn't done it yet. The shower's warming up. He says, Mom, I got stuck in a hamper and I had to get Matthew to help me out. That's his older brother. But how many times have you been stuck and there have been people passing by that could have helped you, but you were too afraid to ask for it? Because either you were worried that maybe they wouldn't help you, maybe you were worried that they would laugh at you for being, in whatever that situation was. I mean, hey, maybe it seemed like a good idea at the time. It certainly seemed like a good idea at the time for my son to sit down in a laundry basket and watch TV that way, because I guess that's the cool new relaxing chair. But how many times have you been in that place where you needed that help and it was probably very much available to you, but you stayed quiet? You stayed silent. You didn't ask for it. And what did that get you is my next question. What did that get you? What did you accomplish with that? How much longer did you stay stuck in that place because you were afraid to ask for the help that you needed? Because you were concerned with what people would think about it if you asked for some help? Because you didn't realize that the people around you are there to provide help and support? People maybe people that you don't know. So I just wanted to come on briefly and share that thought with you tonight, because it really did kind of make me think. There are a lot of times in my life when I was stuck in a place where I didn't want to be. I mean, obviously, my son didn't want to stay stuck in the laundry basket. There were a lot of times where I was in a place where I didn't want to be, but I didn't know how to get out. and I didn't know what the next step was to get me out. I didn't know how to ask for that help that I needed. So I'm going to tie all that in and just provide a reminder that if you're in that place and you're stuck and you don't really know what the next step is, reach out to me and let's have a conversation about what that looks like for you. Because let me tell you, it looks different for everyone. You have different things that you need depending on where you are. I needed certain things in my life in order to get me over some humps, to get me over mindset, a lot of different things that I needed to deal with that I wasn't really sure how to at the time because I didn't have a blueprint. I didn't have a pathway laid out for me. I didn't have anyone guiding, walking in front of me and saying, hey, step here, make sure you step over that big rock that you're about to fall over. So that's one of the reasons, that's actually the primary reason why I created my 90-day self-discovery course that I have. The registration is open for that course right now. I created that for the main purpose of providing a guide path, providing that path for other women to find themselves. Because that was me. I was stuck in a hamper, lost, didn't know who I was. Thankfully, I got some help after a lot of trial and error, after a lot of mistakes, after a lot of lessons learned. We'll call them that. We'll be nice about it. We'll call them lessons learned. I finally found someone who could help me through that. And so now I've turned around to do the same thing. So if you find yourself stuck in a proverbial hamper, like my child did earlier tonight, make sure that you seek the help that you need. Do a Google search, find people in your area. If you don't want to talk to somebody that you know, because again, you're afraid that they may laugh at you for being in the place where you're at. You're afraid that they might, of what they may think of the situation that you're in. There are tons of people who can help you that you don't even know. And so you have that ability to not be concerned about what they think about you because they don't know you anyway, but they can still provide the help and guidance that you need along the way. So that is really like my plea tonight is like, if you find yourself in a place where you're stuck and you don't know what to do, the next step to get unstuck is to figure out what you need. Where do you need that help? And then who can provide that help for you? So if it's me, great. I would love to have that conversation with you. If it's not me, that is fine too, because there are a lot of other people. It wasn't me for me. I couldn't help me. I needed someone else to help me. But through that process, I've now been able to create something to help other people. So anyway, I just wanted to come on and share that story with you tonight because it really was kind of like oh, wow, that's nice. As my child came in to say that he got stuck in a hamper and had to be helped out so that he could go finish his nighttime routine and go to bed. So I think I'm going to go start my nighttime routine and go to bed. Anyway, I hope that you all have a great night, and I will see you again very soon. I am Crystal Fry, your personal identity coach, transformational communication strategist, and a woman's best friend. Have a good night.